Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath through the campaign Alilopolis.
Fucking Craig.
Craig.
Fucking
My
Craig.
lord.
We start calling him Greg.
Yeah. The hand of fate tosses, the dice rolls, spins, turns. A campaign starts and ends, leaving memories that become stories. Stories flow out into the infinite sea, painting it with legends. Legends wash up on the shores throughout the infinite sea, fading to myth until myths are forgotten. And again, the hand of fate tosses, the dice rolls, spins, turns. Hitherto, we left our adventurers, known as the Rum Rollers, in sORCrates, after having successfully delivered and bargained over the additional breath of Shandar the Red to Queen Phiada of sORCrates. They, on their journeys, deftly evaded gargantuan massive tentacles by using Wisteria's ability to turn everyone into gas on the decks of Adüné, and a night and a day passed with only a huge shadow on the horizon, which they later find was a crew of portals, who they, over a quick and deft encounter, made friends with and had them join in their trading and endeavors and become part of the Rum Rollers.
That encounter. I'm sorry.
You're good. And now have followed the Rum Rollers to dock not too far outside of the city, waiting for their return, which they'd also promised in return for becoming part of the Rum Rollers land rights in sORCrates, which during their negotiations with Queen Phiada, they'd successfully been granted. During those negotiations with the Queen of sORCrates, they'd learned of a force that had been, oh shoot, what's that called now? That had encroached the kingdom of sORCrates, stopping all trade to the north by land. And
You said you forgot what the group was called.
no, I forgot what that's called when they're setting up doing that. Siege, thank you. Set siege against the town. And then Grand Dam, Kiro, and Kat went to go investigate the force that was standing there. They found out it was the professional necromancy group who they promised 10 sacrifices to, and to meet at the lava tower in 2 days' time, thus halting any attacks that were forthcoming from that current horde that still sets outside the city gates. Also claiming to have conquered sORCrates already in the name of the PNC. After they come back, Grandam and Kiro and Kat find Rarl on the decks of Adüné with a new character, Nimue, who, at this point too, Rarl has the corpse of the wizard formerly known as Matt, and they go to Zenith's altar on an island just off the coast of the city of sORCrates to convene with Zenith herself through her high acolyte in a means to get the wizard, formerly known as Matt, soul back into his body without any, hopefully, lingering side effects. Oh, and there was also talks of besides the horde that sits outside the gate, the challenge of the mana thieves that are from the sea that are been negated at this point with the breaths, who seem to have withdrawn from the city and have stopped taking as many, or at least as then broadly of daylight, of their breath, their magic actually, and going through. At this point, Captain Mime reappears on the deck with everybody all together. They decide to converse with Queen Phiada once more after talking to Ferris as well, who takes the breaths that were promised and lets everyone know that he had an accelerated process that he could put Adüné through for the transformation into her flying form. As long as everyone, including Adüné, was okay with that, which she was. So they spend the night in Queen Phiada's palace while that happens. And that's where we left Rum Rollers. Find out what happened this time.
So just to confirm, we have one more day until we're supposed to meet the PNC with 10 sacrifices.
Yep.
Okay, I thought that was.
We should ask Shandar to help us fight these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still here, can't we?
Oh yeah, that was one of your guys' thoughts from the last time too. I remember now.
If we're going on an assault, which Olivia, I don't know if we've come up with a final plan on how we're approaching this, but
Nope, I don't think we have.
because the options.
All we know is PNC
Go ahead.
gotta die.
Yeah, the options are we need to either find people to sacrifice, either by taking them from the city or taking them from the PNC themselves to buy more time, or we need to go on the offensive, which would be Shandar, and then the options are either strike team, which would be to go directly after the leader of the army in an attempt to cut the head off the snake, or go bomb the shit out of the
Grandam raises his hand.
entry. Hi, I give you a high five.
Yeah, me made points.
The entire leadership of the professional necromancy cult's gonna be in one place. So
Yeah, I feel like we should
vampire
take
guy
them.
said that much. We don't need to actually bring sacrifices to show up and kill everybody. We just need to show up and kill everybody.
Hero nods in approval.
That would not close the gate to hell, though.
Wait, we need the sacrifices to close the gate to hell? Which I mean, like, we definitely
No.
wanna close that gate.
The sacrifices are as proof
Okay.
that we have taken over the city when we lied to them
Okay.
about taking over.
Okay.
Oh. Is there
Your
a prison?
argument for not killing the dragon is that killing the dragon doesn't kill the other dragon.
There's a dragon? Where the dragon is on our side, I'm pretty sure.
No. Your argument for not killing, like, solve problem
I'm not
A.
arguing
Don't
to
solve
not
problem
kill.
A because it also doesn't solve problem B.
Yes, I'm a Republican.
What? What does your decision
Well,
to allow a system of voting have to do with this?
That's
I don't think people should vote.
Then you're not
Do whatever you want.
Granddad
Ugh.
gets very confused.
No, they definitely can't do what they want. No, I'm just fucking with you.
I know you are.
I'm not suggesting we don't kill all of the head of the NPC or PNC. I think that's an excellent idea. That will leave all of their legions probably uncontrolled. The gate is open. Will they simply spread out and start a zombie apocalypse?
I would rather fight hordes of undead without direction than hordes of undead that know what the fuck they're doing.
I mean, that's a great point.
Also,
Yeah, that's a pretty
that
good
sounds
point
like
too. Yeah.
that sounds like great job security for us. Just
Right.
saying.
Yep.
But
Also-
where
Yep.
Also,
the
all worlds come to an end eventually. You might as well be a zombie apocalypse. Rug.
I know someone who would agree with you.
Yeah, I got a family of them. Great.
Okay, so what do we know about where they're going to be? They're going to be in the tower in the fissure. So at
Yeah.
the gate in the tower.
Yeah.
So we need a way to destroy, either kill them all quickly or silence them and take them out quietly and try to, like, pretend to be them for like a hot second.
Is
Or
where
I
my
don't know.
idea of explosives comes from.
Got it. And we have Adüné, so we could use her to transport them.
Yes, and she'll be flying.
We could make her invisible.
Well, she will be
maybe?
like a flying carrier of bombs, a bomber.
Dollar signs appear in my eyes. We could bring freedom to every corner of the world
With bombs.
with force. That's a good idea. So we need to get some bombs. We don't have any. So maybe like those the dragon's breath, because it's a magical bomb then.
Yeah.
But we already dropped off them to the queen, so we'd go have to ask more. But we need to talk to Shandar, get him on board. So we have to go talk to Shandar, basically.
I've never
And I'm
met a
pretty
dragon
sure they're
before.
fucking right now.
Maybe we try not to interrupt it, but yeah, we should go find him.
Great
We
man,
also
with a
should buy
perplexed
some
look on his
things.
face.
I would.
How?
would.
Do we have any more of that smoking leaf to give to him?
What was that, Josh?
Grandam pulls out some seeds, whispers something, and produces some dank kush.
Dang, dude, that's some dank kush.
I bet he'll like it.
I did come up with stats for something like that at one point. Anyways, I was just going to say that timeline-wise, what I'm figuring happened here too is you guys are discussing this before you go to bed. So, like, this is stuff that's happening as you're going to bed.
Yeah.
And if there's not throwing, I kind of put a layout in front of you that should represent what your sleeping scenarios are about. Also, at this point, you'd probably hear a knock on the door.
Uh-oh.
Are we supposed to
Heard
see
us.
something?
You should.
Mine is gray. I can see like the outline of a building.
Yeah.
You might have to come over here.
No,
I
I don't
see
have
your
like
ping. It's
I
just
don't have
black.
a character icon.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah, me either.
Let me make sure that they're able to see. That's always the challenge. Oh yeah, the visions are all turned off. Great.
Just blindness for everyone. Figure it out.
You don't need to see. Use your
I mean,
imagination.
I don't think anybody wants to see the Queen and Shandar doing something. So, being blind right now is not a bad thing.
I mean, don't judge
Not the
everyone.
worst.
Don't kink
Just
shame.
start painting.
Somewhere
Okay.
in the multiverse, there is a dwarf and a hippo.
I think everyone should be able to see
Forgot about
now.
that.
I
Use
am
me like a
Lord,
flashlight.
still in the gray.
I
Oh my
still
goodness.
see nothing.
Yeah, we don't have
Your mom.
controller of our icons. Like, I don't see an icon. Period.
Yeah, I just
Yeah, I
drove my
understand.
I can
cursor
see.
over the whole map to see if I could see anything. But
I
yeah,
see right there.
You might have to refresh.
I got
in
something.
some of your cases.
Alright, let me really
I'm in a bed.
refresh.
I'm invisible.
Kind of only because you're red on red, Cat.
I see Rolls. There I am. You're with
Oh.
me. Right there.
You hear another knock on the door.
Nope, I still see nothing.
Who is it?
I still see nothing either.
Hmm. It's
Just gonna get
Red-
up real abruptly.
it's Ridaha,
Who?
owner of the pink plush pig.
Yes.
Oh, we don't want to talk to that guy.
No, we do want to talk to that guy.
Who is that guy?
That guy, is a bar owner, and someone. I look at Garl, I think, or was Jarl. Destroyed a large amount of their property. And we had to give him a very strong, powerful magical item in recompense,
Compensation.
and we have the money to pay him back and get it back. It's 10,000 gold that we found in the chest in the beach. So we have to either choose to keep the gold or get the item back, and then kind of flex my gauntlets at everyone so that they see these are legendary god tier items, and the item that they have can make something like this for someone here.
Oh,
So it's a very powerful item. And
Well,
the
what part did the
person
property
who
damage?
originally had it is no longer here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a up for grabs thing. But
So
it
is
gives
Cat
a
can't wear
huge
gauntlets,
power up.
so he is not interested at all.
is it? Can it only create gauntlets?
No, we had a friend who used his to create a gun that shot cannons at people. Not cannons,
Okay.
cannonballs, not cannons.
Oh
That's all
yeah,
very
Useful.
useful.
where is
Useful
that
right
guy?
about now.
That would be a nice weapon
Um,
to have right
Yeah.
now.
Someone else had some other use. I can't remember. Who else has these things or has made use of them? Because I think some of you have them, just haven't touched them.
It's
So
the
it
things
sounds
that
like-
What
usually
are they?
come. It's the things that
It's-
usually come off the table.
Yeah,
Actual
when you
representation
spawn in the
of what it's
game.
like to share a room with Grandam.
Oh, Cat never came from the table. Cat came from Adüné.
That's an actual representation of the room, Grandam.
Oh no, this is an actual representation of what it's like to share a room with Grandam.
Oh, okay. You just went into the corner in the closet kind of area.
He's like a
Cat
vendor.
is
Rudy.
entering the door and wondering if that is the actual owner of the pink plush pig or someone just trying to get into the room.
You just hear
Could
a foot tapping outside, and then her voice comes again with a, "Well, I mean, I don't have all night. My establishment is running, but I'd come by as a courtesy for the Queen and yourselves."
Cat's
Oh.
gonna step out and close the door behind him.
Oh, okay.
I
Um,
am unable to get through the door. It is
That's fine.
impenetrable.
I made this map before they had doors on
Oh, okay.
on Roll20.
Also, I am still grayed out. Like, I can see the whole map. It is just in shades of gray, and I can see myself, and that is it. Nobody else exists on this map except me.
I don't
Weird.
see myself.
Oh, you're right
It
there.
is me. I'm the main character, and you are all.
Maybe it's
just
not like
here to
assigned to
support
my
me.
Only if you
my
have pink hair.
thing.
It was now. I went back, and that was one of the
Oh,
things that was
now I
happening
see.
with yours and Jake's.
Sorry.
You're right. Um,
So I don't know what the plan is, but it's probably a good idea to like have a god tier item.
Well, sounds like some negotiations need to be done then. Shall we invite her in?
Cat,
Cat step
you
out.
you step out and you see who you recognize as the patron of the pink plush pig and a guard that seems to be posted up against your guys' door. And she looks at you, looks at the door behind you, and goes, I don't know if you will be able to carry this, but I have the coin on me. If you have the 10,000 gold that you said you would be refunding me for my lost goods?
Oh, right. I just wanted to make sure it was you and not someone pretending to be you because this stuff is very delicate and we don't want anyone to steal your money. So give me just a moment because you are right. I cannot carry this myself, and I kind of like sneak back in the door,
Okay.
close it behind me,
So
and I like kind of like run over and whisper, and I'm like, "Yeah, it's actually the owner. She's here, and she needs her 10,000 coins.
Cool.
Do we have that?"
I mean, we do, but it is the Admiral's choice, I think. You know the facts? We can either have 10,000 gold or a gold tier item for someone or Adüné. We could give it to Adüné and she could have, like, something cool.
I mean, she is gonna fly, and she can
Yeah.
see.
I don't think Adune cares about 10,000 gold or one giant coin.
The coin can, at least as far as I understand, just kind of adapts into a item of your choice from what I've seen.
How much boom can a giant coin make?
We killed a god with it last time we had it.
Yeah, we did.
So we can kill.
Like, it's literally able to kill gods.
What if it hurts Adune?
The
But
coin?
is she... how?
What if it's, I don't know, if it kills gods, maybe it'll hurt her.
We should.
I mean, but don't remember last time when we did this, we beat him to death with it.
Yeah, we slammed him
like-
down on the table he was tied to, and then
Yeah.
jumped up and down on the table. So
What?
Like, we
You guys
used
are
it as a
violent.
weapon. We were violent.
I
Are.
don't. So the coin can turn into anything.
nope, we just used it as a coin. Somebody just picked it
Yes.
up and slammed it down onto a god, and then we all jumped up on top of the coin and jumped up and down until the god died.
But I will hold up the gauntlets that I'm holding, that I'm wearing. This is a table. These
Fascinating.
gauntlets. This is a table somehow.
You turned
I
the
believe you.
table. Okay.
I take it off and I put the table down.
So
Don't
the
know
item can
why,
transform
but-
back again.
Hero
Like a table.
goes
to me.
and tries to pick up the table.
My table.
What happens then when I pick up the table?
It sounds like Raul's gonna fight you for it. I don't know.
You can pick
Okay.
it up, but I'm watching you.
I get on
You
top
go-
of the table and I lay an egg.
I think that a table would be helpful.
I
You
guess
forgot
I
you're a
don't lay
chicken.
an egg.
I
don't
take
lay
the
an
egg and I incubate
say-
it.
I was gonna say,
Oh!
Charles the Third.
roll the
It's
egg
not-
laying skill, and I see you got an 8, so you
Oh, I
get a
just rolled it again too, and I got a 25.
Egg
of course,
isn't
I rolled an
fertilized.
8.
Who?
There's a
Who
custom skill.
fertilized the egg?
Nobody.
Doesn't need to be.
Chicken.
Yeah.
The spirit of
you have to
Aliopolis.
incubate that.
you're looking at this table too, and as you're looking at it, as a general description, besides it appearing more or less like a four-legged, four-person table,
Okay, wait.
It has
Let me
kind of
let me
like
stop you
a-
real quick.
What?
He was wearing the table as gauntlets. You said this, correct?
I had combined the table with the ring of resizing,
sizing. Mhm,
and then I basically used it as like a pair of like iron knuckles,
mhm.
and then they eventually shifted or shaped themselves into gauntlets around my hand and
Mhm.
gave me powers.
Okay, so
And
you have
since
like a
then
nice
have been
pair-
like more infused with me as time goes on.
Okay, so as you take it off, it goes from being brass knuckle gauntlets to the table.
Yes.
Okay.
They were
So it
like
shapes-
kind of like
It shapes
spiked,
itself to the user. Shapes to the user.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and as it too shifts into the table, you can see that it has this almost extra dimensional fourth dimension
Yeah.
mind bending. When you're looking at it, you almost see like, four tables for a second before you're kind of still looking at it, and it still has just this presence without being
Does it
too
seem any
presuming.
different to Olivia or to the Admiral with her newfound abilities?
I wouldn't say that it would seem any different, except that it's that fourth dimensional portion of it isn't as unsettling to you. It almost seems welcoming.
Sorry.
So
Okay.
what
No,
happens when
it's a good question.
So what happens when
Huh.
Kiro picks up the table? Does it just stay a table?
Yep. So you pick it up. It feels more or less like the weight of a table. You kind of, the only other thing that happens is that you kind of get like this question of like in your mind of like almost asking what is your desire, but not like as menacingly as I just said it, more of just like a soft like,
What you want?
yeah, what do you want?
What you really
Oh,
What do you fucking
I'm about to
want?
say that would be for him an even greater sword than he already has would be coming to his mind.
And you can see the table shift almost in your hands as you're holding it to being kind of trying to match what you want, but not having been with you long enough to quite grasp that. Its four legs kind of collapse down into one, and then its flat surface folds and turns into the shape of a sword, but it's like a wonky wooden sword at this point.
Very
Pretty
He,
cool, right?
what I like
he looks.
Wait,
Do you
what
you guys
color?
probably have one of these? When you woke up here, did an item spawn nearby? Did you wake up with anything special or different?
big map.
A big
I
map.
indeed
That's
did.
your thing. Maybe
And
if you
she,
ask it to be something. Oh, sorry. What was that?
Nimue
Nimue
has
also
her map
also
in.
has
She's
a
holding
map.
it in her two palms, looking at it, thinking.
And
Two maps.
you pull it out. It doesn't have as much of a question in your mind. It more has a purpose already laid out into it, but you could feel it does have a bit of a presence of itself too.
She is completely undecided on what she even wants it to be. She's kind of like in awe of it. Now, these items can turn back again, yes?
Seems so. I don't know much about them. I got this one, put it on, and then got powers, and then now we're here.
What is
But I
the
do know
crazy-
this person who's still waiting outside the door has one.
Yeah, you hear again another knock. Like,
Sorry, we're
Guys?
coming.
Yes, come in, come in.
Yes, come in.
Here-
Yes. Okay. The captain, what do you want to do?
hands it back. Kiro
What
hands it
color
back to
is
you.
the table?
I take
Radaha
it.
walks in, and
And I put 'em
besides
on.
being memorable to yourself, Kat, is also memorable to you, Mime, which I don't think you've seen her as the proprietor as much, because every time that I've reintroduced her. But you get a long strewn memory from way back in Babylon when you'd seen a researcher in the ruins for
Oh shit.
King Nebuchadnezzar that had a court wizard, or wizardress in her case, or however you want to say it, and she was
Yeah.
also studying the runes there and made had given kind of Thea her familiar of help me out here. Starts with a G. The
Gunther?
blink dog.
Oh, Gunther.
Gunther, thank you.
Never forget a dog.
It was tip of the tongue thing. I get right to the first letter, and then my brain is like, I don't remember where you filed it under G's. Can't find. And it turns into a SpongeBob episode where he can't find his name, and he's throwing all the fires and files, and everything's on fire.
Nice. Oh,
And she
Oh,
what are
and
you gonna do?
greets
Before the
everybody.
guest comes in,
Oh, Rum
Nimue
Rollers.
hides the map. Just in case.
I have the coin here, and she points to a sack. I could take it out, but I'm sure you can imagine it's gonna take a second, and take up a lot of space in here. So, 10,000 gold. She just says,
Question mark?
Ta-da.
Is this what you wanted? I kind
I
of
think
just
we should give it
nudge
to
the admiral.
Adüné.
otherwise I could hold on to the coin forever. I mean, this is just what we talked about last when we discussed
Uh-huh.
this exchange.
No, we'll pay you. We want the coin.
Hand over the sack of gold. Wait, do I have Insight Greed? Deet, 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 deet. We could only spend some money. No, I
Not
don't.
everything needs to be a game of like manipulation.
Of course it does.
No, even though I have this spell called Distort Value. No, it's fine. We'll pay. It's 5,000 gold.
It is Mime that would probably have the sack, I would guess, as
Yeah.
Captain of Adüné.
Yeah. So I pull out the sack of gold and I hand it over.
Okay. She kind of weighs it in one hand. She goes, "Good enough," and puts it into another pouch that seems to take it without even bulging. And then she reaches in her whole arm into the sack, other sack, and starts grunting. And then kind of starts to put her other hand just behind that one and start rolling. It looks like the coin starts to emerge out into the space. Easily 10 foot in height as she finally gets it boonk, onto the ground. Trying to put a coin there, but it's not.
Kira will. I'm about to say, did it clunk on the ground, or is it like sitting like like?
It's
On
on
the
its
thing.
edge. Yeah, it's on its edge.
Kira will
Standing up
study
currently.
the coin so it doesn't fall on nobody.
Gonna put this here. Steady. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was I can't say it was a pleasure. Replacing those bottles without the coins to do so was a bit of a hassle, but I'm glad that you guys were able to do that. And next time you're at the Pink Plush Pig, and you don't break any bottles, first drink's on me, I guess. Oh, is there anything else, I guess? Otherwise, I'm gonna go back to managing the establishment, make sure the DJ goes on stage and isn't too high.
Man, the only thing I can think of is I really want one of those devices you have at the Pink Plush Pig that makes a copy of some version of some person. But we can't afford that.
Yes, it is very expensive. Though, if I'm being honest, I would like more people to experience it. I would have to set something up with Ferris, as he's the one that installed the device. But I'd work with him on the designs, so we're kind of part owners in the business, and it just seems like no one else is taking that much interest. So I would be okay if you demoed it and spread the word. I could have him set it up. Probably on Adüné. You need a large area for something like this sort of magic to take effect.
That would be amazing.
It seems
Thank
fair,
you so much.
fair compensation for your pain and suffering.
For us to test this.
That would be great. And if there's any maiming or dismemberment from it, just want to make sure you sign this waiver. She pulls out
Sure.
this long, lengthy document and sets it.
I think I've had enough of waivers, thank you.
Signing documents.
Must we?
XP machine, guys.
It would be completely acceptable if just one of you signed it for posterity. It's more for, if anybody comes back to me with complaints, I can just I'll work with you. I don't want to be liable if it hurts you, because
I get it.
the images in there The images in there are very real. It's great. It's kind of something I've been working on in my own illusionary magic, making my illusions real. So
I would
Fuck!
like to observe.
That's the
before I
answer,
sign
guys.
anything.
What?
This thing could be used to create illusionary people to trick the.
I'll just
We
get
can
him
trick
into that
the
room.
PNC and then strike them when they're meeting. They
We
won't
have just got
expect
more
it.
time.
Cat's gonna
want
walk
to
over and he's gonna be like, "I'll sign it."
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
He
sign
sticks
as well.
out his little chicken claw. He's like, "Give me the paper."
This is an
I
excellent.
wanted to do an orbital
a hole in the paper.
drop.
No, we still should do the orbital drop,
As
but
as
this'll get us. This'll put their guard
Yeah.
down
First we
because they'll.
take the leaders, and then once their armies of undead, which we hope are unled, then we do the orbital drops on the armies, and we just look so cool and so badass, and everybody loves us, right?
as you're signing, she just goes, I want to state that the illusions can't leave the room. That's kind of the premise of it.
The room, okay.
As soon as they were to try to cross the threshold, you would either end the illusion inside the room, or it would
Oh.
just get to the edge and
Wait,
be
Yes,
very
Wait a
we
confusing.
could
second.
use
Are you
it. I
guys
guess
running
we
off
could use it.
signing things without me again? Are you signing
No,
official
no,
binding
no.
contracts right now?
I have signed nothing.
Oh, it's just a waiver.
I
Of-
guess
A
we could use
waiver
it to
that
get
waives
past
what?
checkpoints.
Oh, any
It's just a chicken claw. I'm not
Bodily
actually
harm.
signing a name. I am just stamping a chicken foot. I would like to say.
You don't know if
any
that's
I mean,
magical.
The
That could be
captain is
binding.
right.
any maiming or dismemberment or death that might occur from using the machine.
If you remember, Captain, last time we summoned the little red dragon that almost killed
Yeah,
us.
yeah. So wait. We didn't sign a waiver last time. What are we signing a waiver here for? Why wouldn't we
Because
sign
we're
a waiver
taking
at
it
the
with
Pink
us.
Plush Pig?
Yeah,
We're taking
so
it with you.
at the Pink Plush Pig, we have precautions in place that we could heal or resurrect anyone that might perish in the experiment. Well, not experiment anymore. That's a full-fledged machine there. But yeah, so this one is more for the user's end sake. So you would be responsible for your own resurrections, healing, death. You get the gist.
Yeah, that's fine. I got that.
I just
So wait,
don't
so
wanna
you
take
have like a
responsibility.
travel version?
No.
Yes.
Oh, you
Okay,
mean
so
like
why are
you mean
we wait, why are we
Oh, you mean like the room itself? Yes, sorry. It will adhere to the room's measurements. So as long as
wait,
you
so
have a
where what
space
is
that is enclosed, you should be able to use it.
so what does it look like?
Ew, good question. It's kind of a multifaceted device tied between a screen and some gems that are well aligned and more or less
It's not
a
here.
reservoir of power. We you could go to the Pink Plush Pig and experience it, but that's
That's what I
more or
thought.
less
So
the
why are we
device.
signing a waiver right now?
Because
Oh,
they're going to install it on
yes,
Adüné,
yes.
so we can take it with us.
Uh,
And then we have a little training room, essentially, if we want.
Exactly.
carry
It
on.
also works as a way to gain information, because we could summon someone who has info and question them. Because it makes an exact duplicate of them. Like we did with Loki, we were able to question him.
Makes an
Yeah.
exact duplicate as we remember them. So they have all the knowledge
Correct.
up to that point of
Mm.
remembering. So still really helpful. I still think it's really helpful.
Yeah. Okay. Fair
I
enough.
will
Carry on.
also
So does Cat continue just sticking his little chicken claw down on the paper and ink?
I would
I imagine at this point, Cat's just been like prancing around in little circles. There's like all kinds of chicken.
I could also, if you're ever in town again, I don't think we could do it in the evening. It sounds like you guys have, and the day. I was talking to the Queen about this, and but next time you're in, could install a Jarvis, but it sounds like you might already have something similar on your ship, so you might not need that.
Yeah, we don't need a Jarvis. Adüné is good enough.
Jarvis, look at this guy. So pedantic.
All right. Well, again, can't say it was a pleasure doing business, but at least I will have some valuable input. After you use the machine, there'll be some sort of rating system on how you would rate the experience that you just had. When you fill that out, I'll get the information that I need.
Perfect. Yeah, that's excellent. I'm super excited about this.
I think it'll bring only good things, and I kind of just like wave a wing at them so that they can like go like, thank you. Doing business with you is quite good. Get out.
She tips her head and walks backward through the door, closing it, looking over her shoulder once more too, and then leaving.
As soon as she walks out, Nimue turns to the room. What did you do to vandalize this poor woman's property?
We knocked off a few bottles of liquor from her shelves. It was only a few hundred of them.
And why would you do such a thing?
I don't know. I wasn't in control at the time.
I'm sad I missed that.
We had a one shot where we played my siblings, the cats, going around the city, and one of the players who is no longer here. Or was it you, Cat?
No, I missed out on that night.
One of the players, I think that's no longer here,
Barrett,
basically did the cat thing where she knocked down all the bottles on the shelves before the end of the game. And then the guy was like, that was like 10,000 gold worth of bottles. And we have camera of you doing it.
Cameras.
We have traded for the thing.
What was that, Grand Dame? Oh, okay.
So which ruffian was it? And she looks over at the little Rawlsons.
It was the female Jarl. Jarl Rawlson.
Can they understand us?
Yes.
Does she raise her hand then?
Hello, that was me. I don't know what came over me. I just saw them and I needed to knock them over.
Nimue raises an eyebrow. Leaves it at that.
That overwhelming urge that no cat can deny.
Right. So,
besides Kiro holding the coin, but what you guys are doing with that. But I just wanted to remind you that we were starting the session into the night, so however you guys are going to bring by your time for the night, let me know.
Well, now that I know that the magic item we got from the table can do magical bullshit, other than just like be an iPad map, Grand Dame's going to start playing with his like an iPad baby.
Nimue leans back on her pillow and starts brainstorming what she wants hers to be.
Okay. And when you say playing with it, what intent do you have behind what you're doing?
That's a good question. 1 second. Let's see what kind of mood Grand Dame is in.
Oh no, it's Grand Dame bipolar?
Oh, it's
no. Way worse. Way worse.
Cursed by the god of madness, more accurately, or shielded by the god of madness from a worse madness.
Exactly.
Mumu doing the same thing too.
Yep.
Or something similar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Hats off, Nimue got the impression that this has the potential to be a very powerful object over time.
Very powerful.
Okay.
Very powerful.
See, the issue is I have a map, and I don't know.
So, what color are the table gauntlets?
When Rarl picks the table back up, presumably, you'd see them basically reshape with a radiant light that starts to spread across in like these kind of scar, kind of like if you've seen those tables that are inlaid with a lightning pattern across them.
Oh. Is
In
the
his
lightning
in his
pattern silvery?
It is when it's actually kind of golden when goes across his fur, setting into the place to be the knuckles. But then it kind of starts to look, once the light starts to fade, it kind of just looks like patterns in his fur.
If it's before the end of the day, I'll activate them just so people can see.
And they would glow softly again with that kind of goldeny light.
So is
I
the
definitely turn into like that anime character where my hair all goes like vertical and I look like Goku.
I don't know exactly how this would play out, but I imagine, considering I've got a map. Like, I don't know what kind of like power fantasies Grand Dam could have with a map.
I've displayed them in the chat.
I mean, it can be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, but he doesn't fully like.
Well, you guys can ponder it while you think
I
about
just
falling
perceive
asleep.
Grand Dam either A, pinching the tower like a child pretending he's crushing the head of something on the map.
Oh my god, you're creating a death note.
Say
Or
that again.
B,
I'm sorry.
Or B, rolling it up like a newspaper to swat an errant dog.
Okay, I got that one. And what was the other one? It didn't register in my brain for some reason.
You know, like when you're like you just like kind of like hold your fingers up and pretend to crush something that's far away,
Oh,
like it's in between
yeah.
your fingers.
Okay.
He's doing that with the tower where the PNC's at.
Okay, I see.
That is a great fucking question.
So you would probably feel a force trying to move your will through you to the map, and you kind of see like a little storm cloud probably appear above it. But that's about all your whirlings have caused to this point so far. And when you try to roll the map up to that's what you're describing, right? Or were you describing like you were pretending to pick up a rolled piece of something to swat that area?
No. Like if that did nothing like dramatic that made Grand Dam's childlike mind or like mind. Like if pinching the map gave Grand Dam no dopamine, he'd just roll it up like a newspaper.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so yeah, like I described then, before you roll it up, that's what you see, is that you're able to kind of create, it looks like potentially a storm cloud in the area. You're not sure if it's actually there because you're not there, and you have no way to know for sure. But it looks like
breeds questions, and questions need answers. And he's going to start poking at the part of the map where he's at so he can see what happens.
Kind of with the same intent.
Maybe not to just so much as like the crushing and destroying, but just like curiosity.
Okay.
Huh.
So you're doing that, and you hear a crack of thunder outside, and just the softest of rain start drizzling across the leaves.
Try it again a bit more angrily.
The thunder rumbles and growls, and the rain picks up.
He stopped.
And the rain slowly patters out, and the thunder you can hear off in the distance rolling.
Poke again.
Good storm.
Same thing.
Like 2 seconds. Can you guys see that?
He's going to hold his finger on it.
Is the intermittent nature of the storm significant enough to feel odd to the rest of us?
Probably not.
Okay.
You guys are on the sea, so you're probably just like, sea storms.
Okay.
That's fair.
He will then hold it with the intent of seeing how bad the storms will get if he holds it.
Okay, so then you're
Aren't
probably
we in the
looking.
city?
Yeah, and you guys are inside of a room. So this part might get a little odd for everybody because as the rain patters out and you're holding your finger now more intently and you're staring out the window, I'm guessing at this point, you
Yes.
see you see just this flash of lightning and the rain from the last little drops that were kind of still hanging around from dripping from the roof edges off the side of the gutter start to pour in this torrential downpour, and the winds start to pick up as you continue to hold, and the rain starts to come in sideways.
Is there a tree?
Oh.
There is probably a tree outside the window, and
He will focus very intently on a tree with malicious, evil intent. He wants to see Big Boom.
And I guess then there would probably be a crack of lightning that comes down and strikes that tree.
He'll jump and let go of not the button, but like the map, like.
I'm assuming we all start at the lightning so close.
Yeah, I would say that everybody is alerted because it would have flashed and the whole room, that flashbang
Yeah.
effect too,
Where's
as
the
the
window?
lights to the
freak out.
right of the room, as the light starts to fade from your eyes and you start to just get to see vision again, the of the thunderclap comes into effect. Not shattering,
Goodness.
but definitely shaking the windows in their panes.
Nimue rushes to the window to look out, see if there's a fire.
It seems like the rain has put out any actual flames. There are some embers from the tree that is split as you're looking outside from the lightning.
And is Grandam's cackling audible?
I don't know. He'll have to tell you that one. It sounds pretty audible to me.
I was gonna say he just turned into a villain.
What is so amusing, sir? The square was almost lit aflame. Is something funny?
Cat is now looking at this map that he's not touching it. He's just like looking at this map that he
Doesn't
is
look like it
holding.
has a joke.
His response is he pokes the map and goes boom, with the intent of making another thunderclap.
Oh. Nimue's eyebrows go up and she understands and she pulls out her own map. Oh.
Cat wants to
It's
make an
kinda like-
arcana check on that map.
Looking back and forth between the window and him.
Go ahead and roll, I guess, for the Arcana
33.
check. And you're pretty sure after the conversations that were had, this is some sort of one of those powerful objects, and it had to have been Grandam that has set off this chain of events. Somehow. It is kind of outside of your frame of perspective magically, even with that 33. The only thing that you could postulate on, probably with your experience, is that it is tied to the magics of Tarith, and being that it is a map, and you'd seen some of its effects before, that it has an ability to impress that intent more broadly.
Wonder what yours can do, Nimue. If his can create lightning, maybe yours can like teleport you or something cool.
He is
Or they
going to
both do
spend the
lightning?
rest of the night with his finger over the tower, picturing the most horrendous weather he can possibly imagine.
So, how are we far enough to be, or close enough to be within range of a hurricane?
I would say it just depends upon how big of one.
How big
Cat's
can he
gonna cast
imagine?
Mage Hand and just constantly poke him in the back of the head to distract him from playing with this map.
You would have to constantly roll concentration checks.
Does Mage Hand take concentration?
No, not you.
He
Grandam.
definitely
okay.
doesn't have a bad idea. But I don't know if anyone are the leaders in the tower right now.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Like I like this idea. We should use this on the tower when the time comes. But I think we've got a few other ones here that people have. So that will
So-
be putting Josh on the spot to create magical effects. Which is
Nimoy
the
turns to
best part.
Rarlson.
The most magical item I think Cat has is a giant, like, almost boulder sphere of a black stone with silver veins. That is the, like, source of magic he has been looking for. And that's why he's
More of
really
a
interested in
stretch.
what all the colorations are of these magical items, because he's like, do they have silver veins or coloration on them? Is this made of this
Who match?
stuff?
Same thing. Nimue, you were saying something?
So Nimoy turns to Rarlson, and I'd like to know, these gauntlets of yours, can they turn into anything else? Or have you found that once you've imagined them, then they only have two forms?
I have not honestly tried. I guess I could try a minute, but I've had these on for quite some time, so we shall. But that's a good test. While they're on, I look at them and then I intend them to be what's something fun. A pair of jet boots.
There seemed to be just a big question mark in your mind as to what that might mean. And
Flying boots. Boots that make me fly or faster.
and
Springy boots. I don't know.
it makes boots shapes, like with the wooden material that the table was made out of on your hands.
I hold them up to show. It seems
Is-
like it does, but it takes an amount of time to like get
Figure
used
out
to
what you
it.
want.
Yeah.
So do you suppose that this is the same starting point that your gauntlets began at?
I'm pretty sure because when I started, I just taped them to my palms and I beat people with them.
Effective, if crude.
So
Okay, so
yes,
we might not be locked in once we decide what we would like our
Right.
objects to be.
we would have to test it and have like I've done this with the gauntlets. Maybe not right now because we have to go fight those guys. But at some point, I switch them to a different form, and when they get used to that form, try to go back to the gauntlets and see if I have two.
Is Mime getting largely more frustrated with everyone puttering around with magical items and telling everybody to go to sleep yet?
Oh, I thought we had just woken up. I thought we were gonna leave and
Oh
go
no,
do
it's
something.
night.
It is
Oh
night.
no, then yes. Yeah. Mime is like under covers, covers over their head, like curl up, like probably asleep already. just like
I will.
cool story. Your gloves are neat. I'm gonna sleep.
I will catch the hint and also make my way to bed and say, just so you know, these things are pretty cool, and we'll have to decide what to do with this coin. Either one of us who doesn't have one, or to Adüné, or shared, or
And
So as everyone's going to bed, Nimue comes over to the desk, lights a little candle, and I'm assuming there's a chair here.
Yeah.
She's sitting,
just
just
pushed
kind of
under the.
pondering the map in silence while everyone gets ready for bed.
Okay. Is Kiro doing anything with the giant coin that he was stabilizing?
He's gonna try to. So he heard Ross say that it's a magical item. He's going to attempt to bend it, not really bend it to his will, but like ask it to shrink down or get small or do something.
There's a bit of a question mark until you say small in your mind, and the coin then in your grasp you can feel shrinks out of it and then just patters and rolls around for a second on the ground.
He picks it up, and puts it in a little pouch at his waist and assumes a seated position, like at the the wall near the head of the bed where the captain sits, and just kind of like leans back to sleep right there to watch over.
Like here, I got you.
You're gonna wake up covered in cats.
90% chance.
Have the cats ever hunted the chicken?
They
When we
tried.
first started,
They tried. The cat, the chicken's gonna sleep at the head of Mime's bed.
Oh, okay.
Just
Cuddle,
curl
cuddle.
up at the top there.
one big bed.
Oh, like up at the headboard.
Yeah.
Okay. And is Grand Dam taking the hint, or is he going to have Cat pecking him in the back of the head with a ethereal beak?
Well, I'm muted. Whoops. Grandam is going to get in. He's going to go to bed, but he's going to cover himself up, much like a child hiding his Game Boy from his mom. And he's going to keep playing with the map for a little bit. Perhaps very irresponsibly. And by perhaps irresponsibly, I mean picturing
Very.
meteor storms isn't outside of his realm of imagination.
Oh, goodness.
Jesus.
Glorious.
And he's gonna test some things.
Literally just dropping rocks out of space.
Here comes a meteor.
He is 100% testing the limits of this thing.
World-ending event just happens out of curiosity.
There would probably be a point then, I guess, where it would get that you would see like almost a pop-up on the screen that says, "This would annihilate you if you would do this. Would you like to confirm?"
Mine does have limit uses too. I don't know how that impacts. Like,
Yeah.
per day.
Yeah, I remember. I think I was. I'm. This is literally off the cuff, so I will.
Yeah.
I will get back to you at exactly how this item works.
Yeah, that's fair. Like I said, he's just gonna. He will not engage any apocalypses.
Okay.
But if he
Oh
can,
yeah.
but he is absolutely testing its limits, given what little he knows.
We have 2 characters capable of creating an apocalypse now. Maybe
Beautiful.
3.
Okay. So you guys more or less rest for the evening. You would find similar things when you're working with yours, Nimue, although I don't know how
He's
you're
not attempting to cause weather.
Okay, so I don't know how you're shaping your intent when you're playing with yours, but please do tell.
She's trying to decide if she wants to use it as a map or change its form.
Mm-hmm.
And basically using it as a map, there are personal goals driving her
Right.
in that direction, but she does need a weapon in order to aid the group. So she's debating whether she wants it to be a weapon or a tool.
I mean, a weapon
Flip a
is a
coin.
tool.
Well, like a weapon for violence or a tool in some other sense.
Utility or weapon.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You could roll, or you could flip a coin, or I don't know.
Oh no,
Or you could just tell me.
no, I'm like actually she's deciding. She doesn't know because I don't know which one I want yet.
Okay.
She wants to learn more about it. She wouldn't know this, but after hearing the limited uses, I, as a player, definitely want to know more about it before I decide.
Okay.
But Nimue herself is conflicted between these two goals.
I see.
She's thinking either teleportation or a weapon.
Mm-hmm. And
Limited uses is like per brass, not like
Yeah.
use it 3 times and end of end of magic item.
Correct.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
just saying that so Grand Dam wouldn't be able to lightning everything in the map.
Got it.
I put a video
Everywhere
for,
that the armies are, just lightning, 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 lightning.
I put a
I
video
promise
for
to
Kiro's
be a
intent.
benevolent demigod.
What was that, Kiro?
I put a
Before?
video in for Kiro's intent.
Oh, for the coin?
He actually, I
Never
think
gonna give
he has
you
the
up.
compass. He has the compass.
Oh, that's right. You did
Yeah,
have a
the coin
compass
is
too.
just kind of up in the air.
Did I ever
Everybody's
make something
got
for
like
that?
wayfinding.
Okay, I did come up with something for the coin, which I did put in your inventory. That
Okay.
has that had a sort of idea that I'd come up with, but I had not thought about. I thought about the compass, but I thought wrong. But yeah, so you guys would go through your resting. I'm not sure when you actually meditate, or if that is your meditation, Nimue, but
I don't. I'd have to read up on the mechanics of it. I don't know if I can be doing a task while I do it, but I believe it's only 4 hours, so she goes to bed late.
I think it is where you can't do anything for those 4 hours. So you're aware you just can't do anything.
Yeah. So just the second half of the night, she'll meditate by sitting on her bed.
Okay. You guys are make it through the rest of the night with no odd storms, I'm guessing, and wake up to birds chirping and the sun cresting over the horizon, peeking in through your windows without any blinds. But there are some nice tree foliage on the outside blocking any views in.
How many floofs do I have on me?
I would assume all of them. I don't know, Ral. You tell me.
All four, yeah, 100%.
All 4 of them just there having a good time.
Well, they actually
You are
wake
the
up
warmest.
really early and they mew in your face because they're hungry. Just slap
He
you a
slowly
bunch.
he
Hey,
just grabs each
pancakes.
one of them by the right between the shoulder blades, picks them up,
Ah!
pulls it off, picks
I want
them
pancakes.
up, pulls.
I'll say you're the warmest and coziest you've ever been in your entire life.
And it's
Or
so hard
straight
to
up
get
pull
off.
the edge of the blanket down and pull the covers off of us. Like they're human.
I totally forgot too that you guys got a staff of Wabbajack for the most
Oh,
part
yeah.
in this party.
A what?
That's right.
I was in Kiro's
Did a one
inventory
shot.
from the turducken
Yep.
Thanksgiving one shot.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if you gave it to
Aganon.
yeah, I thought
Yeah.
that might be the case. I was just
Yeah,
looking
because
at
he was the
Kiro's
one that did the one shot. I couldn't steal
Gotcha.
it from him. That wouldn't be fair.
Gotcha. But yeah, you guys are waking up. You know your tasks ahead of you. You know you have this last day to gather your faculties and goods and whatnot.
As we eat, I say we should let the commander of whatever garrison is in the city know that we're going to try to strike the leadership, so that they can also coordinate an attack on the horde at the same time.
Are you okaying that with Captain Mime before you go
Yeah.
inform the guard?
I'm not doing that. Like this, I'm saying this as we all eat breakfast.
There is no breakfast
No.
out currently, but there is you know there is a guard outside your chambers.
We're
I go
spoiled
up.
by Adüné.
Right?
We're in the palace. I was gonna say I have cookies in my bag. They're probably stale, but cookies.
Excuse me, we would like some breakfast.
I can send a runner.
Cool.
Anything in particular?
I assume we generally have our usuals. So
Fruit and
I
granola
guess.
for the chicken.
We can do fruit and granola. I can go grab some of, or get a runner to go grab some of that from the
I'm
kitchen,
good
no
with that.
problem.
Sounds
Some
good.
tea biscuits and fruits, perhaps?
That can be done.
Why, thank you.
Mime from their bed is going to yell, eggs and toast.
I think we can accommodate that, yes.
Huzzah!
Would that be all?
I'll dip in with. I'll get what Cat's getting. Yogurt sounds funny to be covered in.
So you want, like, a barrel of it?
No, I just eat messy.
Oh,
It'll be all over
okay.
my. Well, my siblings feed me. I won't touch a spoon myself.
Or all right, I guess
Okay.
bring a couple of those.
Thanks,
All right.
bud.
I'll put in the order then as is. Looks like you got a big fella over there and another one that's now talking over there, so I'll just double that for some of the eggs and toast.
Eggs and toast for all.
He thrives off of vengeance, it seems. He's been laughing at himself for hours. Hey, come out of your blanket fort.
And he closes the door, and you hear him bellowing orders to someone that runs off. And he just says from the outside of the closed door, "It'll be here within the hour."
Cool. Oh, what's the plan, Captain, for the day? We have to talk to Shandar?
Yeah, I thought the goal was that we were just going to attack violently. So Shandar, I think, is our best ally there.
Yeah, we should. Do you think we should tell the city guards to also get ready?
I think we should tell the queen, and then the queen can dictate to her forces.
The last
I think
time we met with her, she didn't want anything to do with this.
Nothing at all.
PNC.
No. She
PNC,
basically,
but they're her forces,
like
right?
the defense of the city. She basically put it in our hands.
Oh.
Because we went and talked to her once before to ask her what her plan was, and she basically put us in charge.
Oh. Okay.
All right, then we don't need to ask her again. We got this. We gotta look competent,
All right.
guys.
Yeah.
So we go tell the guard to get ready for the attack. We go talk to Shandar, get him to join us. We get maybe some of the dragon's breath to drop from Adüné, then go get Adüné and Splendor in her ability to fly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fantastic.
break.
I like it.
We
So
go
would
do
we like to
those.
divide up tasks or go as a whole?
I have an important question for the DM.
I might have an appropriate answer.
All right, if I were to cast plant growth on an acorn, how big would it get in a turn?
I haven't looked at that spell in a while.
Oh, you're gonna drop oaks on them?
Maybe.
That's actually genius.
Do you
We
have
should
any
probably stay together. We have a terrible habit of
splitting the
getting
party and causing
distracted.
chaos? Do you have any seeds for choking vines? You should put those down there.
It specifically says that the plants that I cast the spell on become large and all normal plants in a 100-foot radius centered on the point become thick and overgrown. Creatures moving through the area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves.
Dang.
Which is not really. But I can also press the digitation to make the plants, like seeds and stuff, hatch. Not prestidigitation, but druidcraft to make them hatch. So then they're plants, and if they're so large that they're hindering movement, how big are they? And how much would it be if you were to drop one on the ground from, say, 600 feet in the air?
How did you die? Some
So
fucking asshole dropped a tree on me.
It says specifically at the bottom there too, if you cast this spell as a ritual for 8 hours, you enrich the land, and all plants in a half-mile radius centered on the point where you cast it become enriched by 1 year. So I don't think it would be a full-sized oak. It might
What about
be
sequoia seeds? You got those?
Like a seedling,
Oh.
or like a young tree.
Yeah,
Just
we
get a
find
young
a
tree
bunch
instead
young
of
trees,
seeds.
throw
Right.
those out.
Right. Skip past the seeds seed style. Just get like a small tree that you would buy at like Home Depot,
Yes. I like
and
that.
then cast it on it. Then it would be an actual full size tree.
Man, I need that IRL.
I don't know. When you're saying full-size tree, that takes like 50 for an oak at least too. It's like 40. It's like somewhere
Y'all
between
need
have
y'all need
20
to
and
find some
50
pine
years.
cones.
Do it with
Pine cones.
bamboo.
Bamboo.
Bamboo would be pretty
Yeah,
good. Just a bunch of like shafts just falling down on people. And you
So,
like that should be the strategy for dealing with the undead hordes. Because if you can drop that bramble stuff on them too, then they would be stuck in place for the armies of the city to like come forth and
Yeah.
Then we could
fuck
just
them
catch
up.
them all on fire.
Right. Yeah, we could. Yeah, that's a great idea. Just blanket the whole area with seeds, maybe before we launch the attack. As we go there, and then we can
Slowly
start
cast-
druid crafting them.
Or cast it per the ritual to get the year's worth of growth. The growth rate on bamboo is insane. I was trying to remember. I was like, I knew it was like really fast. It's like
Mhm.
1.5 inches per hour. So if we just did that
While they're shopping
mathematically,
for whatever, Grandam is going to go see what seeds he can purchase in bulk.
Okay, so see, that's why I thought of sequoias, because sequoias grow 2 feet, like at least 2 feet in a year, and they get to really big really fast.
That's such a good idea. We
How
could
are we
fuck
gonna-
them up so hard now.
By
If this
just
works.
enriching the land.
And then burning it.
So theoretically,
I
and
think this
obviously
is the definition. Definition of kill them with kindness.
It
wouldn't
is.
be
We're eco warriors.
Can Grandam go out into the woods and find a whole bunch of poison ivy seeds?
Fuck yeah.
Ooh.
They are
dude,
zombies
Poison
though.
sumac.
I don't know if they would
Are
be
there
effective.
any plants that are known to be harmful to zombies?
probably
Holy
carnivorous
water.
plants.
Yeah.
Like silverthorn or something like that. I don't know. Wolfsbane.
I don't think
that's werewolf.
I don't think that
No,
they
that
would
is,
be.
but like I'm talking about like herbane herbs.
Yeah, I don't think there's like something that a zombie would care about poisonly wise because they don't really
He's
care.
gonna go
But
buy as many rose.
What about like a Venus flytrap?
yes, yeah. So something like that for sure. They would be eaten by.
What about
No
I
doubt.
what
was
about bliss?
thinking, like,
What about bliss
They
seeds?
just walk through fields of roses and tear themselves apart.
I was
I
gonna
think
say
we should
bless,
do all of
bless
them.
plants.
It would work
I
to
mean,
a
the
certain point
brambles.
until they're just skeletons, and skeletons are a
You
thing.
really can't like hamper them.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I like this idea because even if all we do is slow them down, that gives a huge advantage to the people who are actually going to be fighting them.
But with inside of that plant growth spell for a year's worth of enrichment in 8 hours, a bamboo could theoretically, pure theory here, grow up to like
Yeah, but am I gonna find bamboo here?
divide by 12. I don't know.
I'll look.
You can
I'll
probably
look
find
for
it.
it, but we'll see.
It-
I want
it
a
could
lot of
theor-
seeds.
It could theoretically though grow up to like 1,000 feet, just approximately.
Hell yeah, we're gonna look for that and any kind of seed that would be obnoxious for them to like have spread and grow rapidly.
Okay. fast growers. And big.
Pointy
And
and awful and maybe pretty because fuck them, they're undead, and then Granddad wants to make it pretty.
Okay.
Kudzu. He wants kudzu.
Oh, fuck that shit. What is everybody else doing, I guess? While Grandam just pieces after breakfast comes in and is served, and guys are eating, presumably.
Yes.
There's like 6 servants
So,
that have to come in. They bring in like a table, set it up, with all the stuff.
Okay.
nice. Oh, nice and accommodating.
And one of
So where do we think
one
we
of the
can?
maids do kind of bow as everybody else is leaving, and they do say softly, the Queen did want me to pass a message on that perhaps not this early of an hour, as I'm sure you can imagine this is not her time of day, but she said that she would like to call on you once before you leave. And she closes the door softly behind her.
I look around, like, where do you guys think we can find Shandar?
You hear the door creak back open. I wouldn't ask for Shandar either. I think they're both indisposed in her chambers. And she closes the door again.
All right. Now would be the time for ramen. Maybe it's time to go back and get more ramen or noodle soup, whatever. Well, I guess we can go talk to the city. Who was the guy? The guard, the head guard guy.
Let's be off.
And then we don't yet have a weapon outside of that lightning strike to hit the tower with.
So we need to procure some seeds. And are we still looking for bombs? Or have the seeds replaced those?
I think both would be good.
Porque no los
Do
dos?
bomb flowers exist in this universe? No. Okay.
I mean, technically, bombs exist wherever you can find a small enough space to cram something that's going to expand to more than its mass rapidly.
Yeah, bomb
You
flowers.
could do that with
like
steam.
from Legends of Zelda. Yeah.
You could do that with a decanter of endless water.
You could.
If only the decanter of endless water was truly endless.
Don't crush my dreams.
Just do it with a bunch of alcohol and some bottle. Yeah, I guess let's go talk to the city guard guy.
Do we think that the clerics in the city could bless the bottle of water, like the ship's bottle we have?
You want to think about that after you call the guard at the door and are traveling to the head guard guy?
Yeah. Well, we'll be like traveling. I'll
Okay.
mention this. Like,
Alright.
and while we're like traveling, I'll just be like, do you think like if we got the cleric to cast ceremony on our ship's bottle, it would be entirely full of holy water? Then we could just dump it. Because, okay, here's a
feel
really
like
good
that's a
thought.
good-
Here's a
good
really
idea.
good thought. What is the thing that you guys used before to flood hell the first time? What was that?
Adüné's bottle.
Okay, so if we
Yeah.
did that same thing, but turned it into holy water,
Does
then
that work
poured it
against
down.
zombies?
Yeah, any undead.
Oh.
Oh.
So we could turn that into holy water, have like a giant thing of holy water, spray
We
it
could-
down like with cannon hoses from Adüné's deck,
We absolutely could do that.
and then
'Cause
just like
the-
mount that as like a weapon, like a cannon, or like a hose cannons or whatever.
Last
How
time we
much
did it,
water?
we did it with the portals on the plates, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we just got high up, opened up the portals while someone was in the bottle, and just let it empty.
It was large enough, Nimue, to hold a kraken, which is still in there.
Okay.
Oh, we could just release a kraken on him.
Yeah, but
Dump the
Just
water
it
drop
would
a
just hit the
kraken.
tower and fall into hell.
Still intend to talk to the Kraken about that. I think he'll be on board.
I
Can the
mean,
Kraken
he's
go
probably
back in
pretty
the bottle?
hungry.
He doesn't have to go back in the bottle. He could go to hell. He'll like hell.
As long as
Yeah,
as
we have
long as he likes
a
it.
wand that puts things back in the bottle.
Okay. Just don't want to
So-
evict him if he didn't want to go.
You called out to the guard that was out front, Mime, and requested to audience with the guard captain. He would have responded with, "Oh, he's in the castle. Shall I bring him here then, while you eat?"
Yes.
All
I'm not
right.
gonna lie, I was half expecting you to say he's also in the Queen's chambers, Chandar, and is indisposed.
Uh, no, that we've got multiple captains for that reason. Don't worry. And he sends for a runner. You guys are probably finishing up your food and having finished that discussion right when the guard captain himself, in his decadently flamboyant armor, marches through the door and clicks his heels with his hands on his hips. I've been summoned.
Yes, we need your
Hello.
help.
Look at it, Admiral. You want to lead this one, Captain?
I'm sorry, I missed that.
The guard is here. The captain of the guard.
Cool. Is he coming in? Are we going
he's-
out?
He's standing just inside the door.
Ah, hello. Just gonna wave.
Hi, yes, you summoned or rang, however you want to put it.
Oh, yeah. We are going to attack all those dudes outside the gate, and we figured we should coordinate.
That would be great. Yeah, lay it on me.
I'm gonna look over at Rarl and just sort of like give him a go on sort of gesture.
So, we are going to take a flying ship and strike directly at. Wait, first I narrow my eyes. Look at this dude. Is he evil? No. We're going to attempt to take out the leadership. They are going to a meeting soon. Then at the same time, hopefully, after they are dead, the armies will be in disarray. You will hit from one direction. We shall hit from another. We shall smash them between us and the walls and the sea.
Okay. When shall I know to strike?
You're a
We're
big
hoping
boom.
to blow up the tower. Sorry. Go ahead, Grandam.
When you hear a big boom.
Don't know if we'd be able to hear it from there, but I could take you at your word.
I
Or
believe in you.
Pull out a business card and I hand it to him. I'll call
perfect.
you.
That's exactly what I was hoping you would say, because I was about to pull out mine. If not, thank you.
Yes, of course.
If things go according to plan, you'll hear it.
So, yes. I don't
Just
know
looks
what else
over
needs to be said.
at you guys ominously. Well, they seem pretty sedate the last few days. They haven't been riling up out front, been holding to their word. So, I see some promise in your plan. At the very least, we can drive them from the road and potentially farther back to gain some more land on them and start setting up a true barricade and fighting not up against our city walls.
Yes. We're also
But
looking for water cannons.
Uh, that sounds like a Ferris question. He does all of it. He's pretty busy though. I could probably get one of his understudies to procure something like that for you. I don't know what they might interpret water cannon to mean, but like something.
Basically just a pipe.
That's about the extent of my knowledge on it. All cannons are just pipes, right? You
Is
shove stuff
Adüné
in 'em.
equipped with force that could launch the water? Or do we need to construct the cannon itself?
I mean, we will have gravity on our side, right? And Adüné has cannons. Don't forget that.
But that can release a single charge or a steady stream?
So she has the traditional cannonball cannons. So, but I mean, if you put some high pressured water in the back, but I'm assuming
Well,
we're going to be
To pressurize the water.
like
We're
Adüné is
going to
be
use
up
the
in
ship's
air, right?
bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
The idea is we want to use the ship's bottle as our water source, and especially if we can get it to be like holy water.
The
Yeah.
captain's eyes glaze over. Shall I get the professionals on this for you?
Yeah, that would be great. We also need a priest.
All right. That one shouldn't be as hard to procure. They don't have as many tasks currently with as few people dying. Anyways, off I go.
Brutal dude.
Bye. I mean, it's just gonna wave.
Takes a little bit of yelling. You hear a priest comes in and just looks around like real confused, and standing there in the corner. Wait here until you call upon me. And probably not long after that, probably it's probably gone on about midday almost before somebody else comes in with a very harried look. They look by that I mean their hair is in all sorts of disarray, and their clothes look like they haven't slept in at least 2 days, but you're not real sure. Some of the stains suggest more. And just, what? Starts hyperventilating.
I'll give him a hug.
Calm down.
Oh, God.
What's happened to you?
We've been pumping out all of the breath that we can, helping the citizens, making sure that they're protected or not protected, but cured from the grayness that had been affecting them from. And he's twitching when he's saying this. And then there's the people outside, or the undead people that we've been building as much as we can, as fast as we can.
We're here to deal with them for you. So chill. It's fine.
Oh, that's great! He just says it. He's
Yeah.
like standing stock still and shivering in place.
Take this
We do
sheet.
need
Nimoy
something
rushes
to
over
do
to the
that,
table,
though.
grabs a cup of tea, and brings it to him. Wherever he
And
is.
he grabs for it and is able to hold on to it, but it's like spilling over the edges slightly. And he pulls it to his lips and just flips it and is like, "Oh, it's lukewarm. Perfect. I've burned myself too many times recently."
You need an assistant.
I am the assistant.
You need an assistant. Assistant.
So, what do you need?
We need to equip a ship with the equivalent of like a water cannon, like something to direct the stream, and then if I can gesture to the ship's bottle, assuming it's out because we were talking about it. This is a pressurized bottle of water that is much larger on the inside. We wish to turn it into a water cannon and hopefully get it blessed by a priest, so it's holy water, so we can spray the shit out of a bunch of dead people.
I
That's
think
also we need two of your dragon's breath things because we need to use them as makeshift bombs.
Oh, that shouldn't be as hard to procure, but the water can.
Hmm.
And then he like pours the whole tea on himself as he's shaking and trying to take a drink of it. And then he just goes, "Oh."
It's a tough time.
Set the cup down, and he goes, I don't know if I can do that in time." He just
I
starts
put my
twitching.
hand on his shoulder. Ask not what you can do, what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. And I will attempt to persuade him to do it.
I'm assuming you're rolling.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to roll online. I had to run out really fast. So I will tell you here. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
View. And the skill for persuasion is 21. I missed that.
Okay. I was rolling as well. It did not come across as a natural. That was the only way he was going to beat it out. But either which way, he just nods like more vigorously than he should. But you're not sure if it's like a tick or if he's saying yes. And he
Turn to the admiral. Can we
follows
pay
up.
him a little bit of money to like hire some folks?
He follows up with a, "Don't worry, I'll take it from the Queen's coffers. This is for the city's defense, isn't it?"
It sure is, buddy. We are going to survive this. You, me, your friends, family. This is your moment. You will be a hero.
And then he takes a deep breath, stands up kind of straight,
Endless women or men, depending on your preference.
lets the breath out, and then just kind of stares off for a really long time, an uncomfortable amount of time.
I look in the direction he's staring to see what he's looking at.
He seems to be staring at the ceiling. There's nothing on the ceiling.
I look closer.
And then, as you're looking at that spot, you hear a thud behind you as he falls over unconscious.
Is he okay?
I don't know. Does anyone have any spells to like make someone
Yeah, I
feel
do.
better?
Hey
Calm
guys, I might
emotions.
have to
I
go
do.
for a few minutes. Negotiations are going on for the house we put an offer in, and I gotta make a call.
No worries.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
go for it.
I'll hopefully be back later.
Good luck.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. As spells go for helping a person, Cat has gentle repose and then skill enhancement. That's about it.
No, me
Can I,
is
like, calm
cleric. I have all
emotion?
kinds of healing
Oh.
spells.
Hey,
I also have hold person, so
I've spared the dying if he's really that bad. I've cure wounds. Prayer of
He doesn't
calm
healing.
emotions.
He doesn't look dead. He's breathing. He's just unconscious.
Prayer of healing. That's 6 creatures. That's a lot. Lesser
Maybe something that will
restoration.
cure a condition. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
Because that will probably be like exhaustion.
Restoration. Alright. Cast that bad boy. It should be cast. Yeah.
Okay.
I meant to do that once, not twice. Anyway.
Okay.
Forget how to delete things.
You go up and kind of shake him. Do you have anything verbally that you're saying?
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna I'm gonna take my hands and like hit his cheeks, like on the other side of his face, like hey, and I'm just gonna be like, you're fine. You're fine. Hello.
And the
Nothing
priest
super nice.
walks over and oh shit. There is a spell that removes exhaustion, and we're gonna say that he does that to remove 1 level of his exhaustion, and he kind of just comes back to it with a while you're slapping him, and he just oh god. I think I was promising a water cannon. I'll get right on that. And the priest there, and the priest says, "Don't worry about it, lad. I'll worry about the bottle. I'll make sure that the water's holy. You just make sure that whatever water comes out of it can be shot, I guess. I don't know."
Yeah, if we could get like a mist setting, like a spray setting, like that would be cool. But no
Starts-
pressure. It's your jam.
Starts to twitch again.
Uh,
Okay. And then he just like hobbles up and kind of like hunches over and starts limping out of the room.
We could get some bottles of like decanters of endless water if we could, and then use those too if we need.
can we bless the
Long-
decanters with
long-
holy water?
Yeah,
I don't
you're got a really
lie.
long list of needs.
I could
We have a
I could do
very
that.
tough enemy.
I could
Yeah.
do that for you, however many bottles you bring me, as long as you give me at least an hour, says the priest.
Okay. We're gonna. Do we have the money to go get? If we could get like decanters would be wildly like strong right now. If everyone had one and they were all blessed with holy water, that would be very good.
Shall I just wait here then until you bring me the bottles?
Yep.
All right. Mind if I order lunch?
Go for it.
I assume it's on the Queen's dime,
Sounds
so.
What do you think, Captain? Should we get some decanters, or are we good with this?
I mean, like you said, do we have money for decanters? We did just, give up 10,000 gold coins.
I can't
You
be
have
all of the money,
the-
can it?
You have the money bag, the profits bag.
Oh yeah, never mind. We have profits that generate every day.
Yeah.
No, I lied. We have
If
lots
not,
of
we
money.
can certainly
Okay.
IOU one.
Yeah, let's
I
go
think
get some decanters.
I
Yeah.
think you look in it and you have like 2,000 gold in it currently.
Oh, okay. We can get gold plated decanters. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Everyone gets one, and then we each have a holy water decanter, and then just
Yeah,
hook it
can
up
I
to
just,
like a
like-
super soaker.
Can't I send a palace servant just to go pick me up fetch me some decanters?
They are
The
powerful now.
the the priest just nods vigorously at you. I believe you have at least so I've been told, and it's been whispered amongst the palace, you have diplomatic immunities and all sorts of things from the Queen currently, giving you all rights and unreserved with her power behind it.
Hell yeah.
For
I'm gonna
defense of the
clap my
city.
hands twice. Servant. Decanters.
And the servant comes up and goes, okay, we could procure some. We have a few in stock in the castle's reservoir. How many?
Well, we need at least, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's say 12 for good measure. And not too nice. They might get broken.
Okay, do I need to take a list? Is there anything else?
I don't think I know if we have a lot of money, but
Oh,
I would like
I-
a.
if it
ahead.
wasn't been said, at least by the Queen, she's given you rights to the treasuries, too, for any efforts in the defense.
Well, if you have a
This is
pair
lovely.
of boots of speed,
your
I
head,
will
Queen.
take them.
Okay, boots of speed.
If they are there.
I believe we have some in stock. She
Perfect.
consults like a scroll that seems to be self-populating.
I assume most of these will have to be returned afterward to be,
Just temporary loanouts.
yeah.
That would be definitely preferable. I think the queen did put something to writing by one of her clerics that said if they weren't returned after the defense was done, that they would come out of your earnings.
That's fine.
Totally acceptable.
Cool. Great. So now what? We have to go talk to Shandar and the Queen. Yes, Captain?
Yeah. Well,
and
yeah.
they should be up having their breakfast at the ripe hour of 1 in the afternoon just now.
Don't judge.
Great. Go
Cool.
announce us.
All right. Can you, announce us and show us the way?
Of course. Oh, I did receive a message from Ferris, and she pulls something out from her belt. Adüné seems to be at tip-top ready shape. Fully converted to her newest
Once
form.
we finish all these other errands, we should go visit her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe take her some supplies. Although I don't know, maybe she's now restocked.
She should be fully stocked, it says here in the PS, from Ferris and the Queen as a thank you in advance for your efforts for the city. I shall be off now, and give me but 10 minutes to make sure the servants are aware and the Queen is aware for your visit.
All right, awesome. Sounds good.
You know where the throne room is? The guard outside can lead you. Just let him know when you're ready.
Let's do this.
All right.
Okay, 10 minutes pass, no problem then. The guard, you go to approach him at the door. And I think I get every. Oh, nope, grand dam. Boink. Now everybody's outside. You go to approach him, and he just says, "This way," and he starts walking off the corridor. Assuming everyone is following.
Yes.
Not even looking
Yeah.
I'm
over
away
his
from my
shoulder.
computer.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
okay.
say I am not looking at the correct screen right now.
No worries. I got you guys.
Ooh, fancy floor.
Oh shit.
Okay, so did he go in with the plants, or is he?
Where'd you run off to?
Doing what I do.
Ah, okay. I see you bopping around now. He
I don't
ran.
know.
He cut across the courtyard and then went up north, up that hallway, and took a left through the arch, or as you see through that archway too. He's just walking down the aisle towards the center.
Move so
And
fast.
announces the Queen, or the Rum Rollers have arrived, and sets up on a bench where the Queen is. Yeah, I did not grab Shandar. I was not ready for that part. But he's there too, and they're kind of lounging in the chair. Actually, I really like this image. Boink. That I created for the. Everybody should be able to see that. I don't have any characters.
That's quite
in it.
nice. I like it.
But she's
Fair
sitting
enough.
behind her table
First person.
with Shandar off to either side. Yeah, figured a nice cutscene. And she's standing there, and she goes, "Good morning."
So I have a hats off question real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So we set them up on their date. Did anyone give Shandar or the Queen the burnin' hunk of love candle?
No, I don't think so.
Damn, because they could have used it.
Do you bring it up now?
No, I just wanted to know because I know I missed the last session. Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
Because you could bring it up now. Ask them about how their date went.
I will. I will bow
I mean-
dramatically to the queen and be like, "It is so glorious to see you," and then bow and turn to Shandar. "It is so nice to see you again." And I will ask them how their evening went.
And there's a big grin that comes across Shandar's face, and the queen gets a little bit of a blush and just says, "I think you've set up a admirable match. He's down to party. We'll leave it at that." So,
This is the queen saying this, right?
yes, sorry, I was using kind of a.
Hi guys, I'm
ambiguous-
back.
Hey, you're just
Um,
meeting the queen.
I'm
Again.
gonna log off for the night. I'm heartbroken. We didn't get it.
Ah, sad.
Oh,
Aw.
So
Yeah.
sorry.
It
I'm sorry.
listed for 400. We offered 550 cash guarantee, waived all inspections.
Oh,
It went for low sixes.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
what?
Huh? Oh, sorry, mid sixes.
oh my.
That is the state of the
Damn.
world.
That is
Yeah.
insane.
That sucks.
I mean, everything's been going for 100 to 150 over asking. That's why we offered 150 over asking. We thought we had it in the bag, but I guess not.
Damn.
It went for like 250 over asking.
Man.
Yeah. And it's a house built in the 60s.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, we really thought we had it in the bag, and I am shocked. And I need to go to bed. So you guys have a
Okay.
great
Take care of yourself.
session.
Yeah, go get
Yeah.
some sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have
okay. Bye
fun.
guys. Good luck
See
with
ya.
the queen.
Bye.
Bye.
So yeah, the queen. What was the question again? Sorry. Actually, she probably would say
Asked
that.
how the evening was, and she replied that he was a very good match because he was willing to party.
Uh-huh.
Did she think he was unwilling to party? Shandar is up for a good time.
You would say that probably, and then she would just respond with, "It was more of whether or not he can hang at my parties, and
Oh.
he can definitely hang."
I kind of like give a little wink to Shandar, like, "Oh, you did it, bro."
He gives you a wink and a finger gun just off to the side, out of the queen's sight.
Fantastic. I actually 100% forget why we came to talk to the queen. We didn't come to talk to the queen. We came to talk to Shandar. Does anyone else want to step in? Amongst this small talk about their lovely evening? Oh, should I offer them the candle? Because I have
Offer
one in
them the
my
candle.
bag. Oh, then I will.
Do
I
it.
will get into my bag, my little jean pocket bag hanging on my shoulder, and I will pull out the burnin' hunk of love candle. Just one of them, because I've got 3.
Okay.
And I will place it on the table, like in the middle of the table, in between the two of them, and I'll be like, "I
To
want to offer you this
commemorate.
candle to commemorate your lovely evening together, and that the next time you have intimate moments together, like this breakfast or a dinner or anything like that, that light this candle, and it should hopefully improve your evening greatly." And I take a step back from the table.
You see a raised eyebrow from both of them as Shandar picks up the candle, sniffs it, and then gets a kind of surprised look on his face and goes, I know when to use this. And puts it just away. "Thank you."
I give him another wink.
And the queen goes on and well, enough about us. To business, I guess, as it is still early. Still the business hours. I think you guys have come up with a plan. I've been hearing whispers through the court.
Roar kind of looks around at the admiral to see if she's gonna say anything first.
Yeah, so Mime doesn't like to talk, but Mime will go, yes. We are hoping to burn, pillage, and destroy the enemies at your gate. And we know there is no greater burner, pillager, or destroyer in the land than Shandar. And we wanted to know if you would like to join in this opportunity.
And he kind of stands up at this, and the queen looks at him kind of like, I'm not his minder. And he just goes, well, I could join at a prime opportunity, where I could, fly in, wreck destruction, fly out, but I'm not a front lines man.
I think sweeping in
That's
Second.
and
fine.
causing a wave of devastation and then sweeping out would be immensely helpful and demoralizing to the enemy.
I could do that for you. On several different sweeps, of course, not just one single one. I am not so weak as to not be able to provide at least good air support in that category. But again, I don't think that I would be taking any frontline decisions in this. You could call upon me, and he flourishes like his card out and proffers it. And upon my call, I will come to you and wreak destruction.
The plan that we have now, where you might fit in well, if I may, we plan on striking the tower, which all of the PNC member or captains and leaders will be at. We plan on leading that assault ourselves. We have notified the city guard that they would then push at the same time to establish a beachhead against the zombies. If you were able to then at the same time fly in and scorch them with Dragon's Fire, our ally here plans on scattering a large number of vegetation to rapidly grow to capture the zombie hordes. And with your fire, you would then light it all on fire and burn them all. And then you swoop in and fly out.
That sounds exactly within my skill set.
Perfect.
Don't worry. There will be much flourishing in this manner as well. And
Look super cool.
exactly. Can't forget.
Old of the city.
Can't forget to look cool while you're doing it.
At the same time, we plan on taking a different tact. We are planning on outfitting Adüné with the ability to shoot water cannons of holy water.
And the queen just kind of waves her hands and just like puts it up in front of you and is like, I don't need to know all the details. I really just need to know that you're going to handle it. And that's plenty fine with me, honestly.
Then we shall handle it. Shandar agrees to come in and light the hordes of captured zombies up when he can, or when he gets a notification from us. Then we shall target the head, and he shall target the body, and together we shall kill them all.
Great. That sounds wondrous. Maybe when you get back, you can run off the last of the mana thieves as well.
Be glad to do so.
If of course the admiral is agreeable.
Yeah. Mime's just going to give some thumbs up.
Great. I'll be sure to increase your stipends upon the success of your missions.
Great fire grabs a greasy, grimy zombie guts, Grandam says, wandering off to go buy seeds and find little beetles to put in a bag.
Beetles?
Beetles. Carrion beetles if you can find them.
Haha. Good ones. Oh, and if you haven't already been told, you're welcome to all the stores in the castle, or anything that I can acquisition for the defense of the city. Just wanted to lay that out there if that hasn't been told. I made sure my clerks knew. Actually, odds. I've got some other matters of business to attend to in the city, but if you've got anything else, you can pass it off on to one of my maid staff.
Wonderful. Thank you, madam. We will definitely do that. And I
Great.
kind of turn back to the crew, and I'm like, "All right, guys, let's go get the rest of our equipment and get this show on the road. Ready for some
guys-
zombie killing."
Leave, then I guess the hall. The maid from before approaches with the boots of speed and 12 endless water vases and hands them directly to the captain.
Awesome. So I'm gonna motion to Rarl to come get the boots.
Make sure to put those in your inventory accordingly.
And Mime is gonna start distributing the decanters. And one for you. And here you go. And that one's
The
yours.
decanter of endless water.
Get Nimuways.
Make sure you remember which one's yours. They're easy to get mixed up. I have extras.
As you're about to wander off Grand Dam, the maid just goes, "Is there anything else that I can get you?"
I think she's
Got
asking
any
if you want her
bugs?
to get the seeds.
Got any bugs?
Well, I know an entomologist or two. I think they're called
Really?
entomologist. Yeah.
Why do you know an entomologist?
We keep many scholars on staff.
I wouldn't have thought the bug people would have been hanging out with the orcs. Okay. I want some bugs.
Civilized here, especially
I
after.
never said you weren't. It's
Okay.
It's just weird looking at bugs.
Well-
It's kind of like my thing.
Okay. So, any specific bugs you're looking for? I guess.
I want 'em to eat dead stuff.
Okay. I can.
Also, I want flammable seeds. Like, now that I know that the dragon's going to be breathing fire, like, what's the most flammable kind of, like, oily grain?
I don't know off the top of my head, but guess I could ask some of our.
I should also note that when he's staring at her, like, his pupils are different sizes and he's drooling a little bit.
Besides being put off by you, which is probably something you're used to, she seems slightly unsure how to answer, but says, I could probably find something of that nature, and she's starting to write in a notepad at this point.
That'd be great.
Hey, just make sure to. I'll meet you at Ferris's.
Who's Ferris?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. He actually wanted to meet you guys at the air docks that you requisitioned.
The bug guy. Can you? I'm gonna go talk to the bug people. Can you show me the bug people, entomologists?
Oh, sure. I could do that.
Cool.
Anything else before I wander
Need to
off
identify
with this
the kind
creepy
of lice that
motherfucker?
lives in my beard.
You know what? I'm okay with lice. I don't have much hair, but they're pretty tasty.
I know. Good
So-
protein.
She looks one last time around and then wanders off with Grand Ham.
Run while you can. Before the
eat her.
killing begins.
So yeah, I'm looking at combining the spells summon animals and giant insects. So we're gonna have some fun here.
You're going full Franklin.
All right.
One might argue that Franklin went full Grand Dam.
So do you
Oh,
guys?
we obviously go to the cleric guy to give him the decanters to turn into holy water.
You can let me know how that
Yeah.
turns out for Grand Dam later. I apologize. I need to dip.
All right, no worries.
We're probably coming up to the end here soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I just wanted to
Show
drop
us
you
a
guys.
duvet.
This
Yeah,
is the day
exactly.
of prep before
Tell us to
battle.
fulfill our campaign dreams.
So you guys are led off because you probably had to ask one of the guards how to get actually to the air docks, but you get up there and you have to climb up a spiral staircase in a tower to the top, which you find the top of the tower actually has slits at the edges that are hanging over, that are kind of darkened in the daylight, but as you walk into the room, you see it all lit up from the underside. These boats that are in these kind of dry docks that are hanging out over this vista of the city and the coastline. And Adüné greets you all as you're coming up and is all giddy and excited in your heads to show herself off. And you get up to the top and you see she's grown slightly from where she was before, but it seems like oddly in a live manner. So her decks and railing now have green foliage across them, and there's a bit of tree branches poking out of the back side of her, along with some hefty roots that seem to be trailing behind as you walk up on her deck and see that besides her still having her quality to manipulate herself as a deadwood, she kind of grows out of the deck now too, forming her body that she talks to you guys with. And then she just is excitedly kind of like hopping up and down on the deck, and she's like, "The deck's not even the best part. You should come in and see the crew quarters."
I just run up to her. Cat just runs up to her, just so excited, and he's like, "Oh my god, you look magnificent!"
Thank you.
And he just
And
follows her wherever she like runs around to in her, like in the form that she shows to us. He just follows it around.
He wraps her arms in the hug, responding with your wings around her, supposedly.
Yeah.
And she starts walking towards the crew quarters. Where did I put that? Ah. Put it over here. That's not a thing. I don't know what that is. Anyways. So you guys walk through the door that you've walked through many a time around the barrels and haphazard tables and vibrating couch cushions. And you walk into this elaborately laid out living walled structure of curving walls and just... She just keeps going on about all the spaces. There's an alchemy lab. There's a crew quarters. There's these beautiful grove that's over there, and I think a mage came aboard and made sure that the little grove there can activate and turn into some sort of experience room. And she keeps going on, and that we're fully stocked now. There's a whole area for everybody to lounge, and I don't know where all these books came from. I think they're all empty, but they look cool, don't they?
Cat is gonna be overly excited looking at everything.
There we go. Now I've moved the bookmark. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh! Yeah, he's gonna be overly excited running around looking at everything and like running back to her, and he's like, "This looks great. This is so fantastic." And he is actually gonna kind of like wander around looking, because he did leave a kind of giant rock on this ship, and he's hoping that it's still here and that they didn't take it or touch it or anything, because it might have harmed anyone who touched it.
Adüné just responds in your head, "Don't worry, anything that was here before, I have tucked away safely under the deck. I can retrieve it anytime."
He thanks her, and in his mind, he's like wondering quietly. He's like, "Is this stone gonna hurt her? Should I not have it on her decks?" Because he doesn't know how it will react to her or how she will react to it if like she's in contact with it for too long. Because like direct contact can be good and bad.
Yeah. Did I grab you? Where did you go off to?
I am just looking at a map. I don't actually know if my character's there. Wait, let me drag my cursor across the map. I'll find myself.
I don't think your character is there. I think I missed you.
Oh my god, I don't exist.
But as long as you
I
can
don't
see the map.
I can't see the map. It looks great.
Thank you.
Yeah, so while this is going on, Yume's just gonna like quietly walk around the perimeter and then like around each wall and just walk around with like one hand touching the wall and like walk through it and just like take everything in, like fully absorbing all the newness, like super excited, but very quiet and just slowly pacing around, constantly touching the wall and all the different surfaces and like just like committing to memory every inch of Adüné.
Everyone else see? Oh, you guys aren't even at your computers for the most part. But it's a
I'm gonna look. Ooh, wow, this is way bigger.
Pretty.
Yeah.
Oh
I'll have to
wow.
like,
She's just the TARDIS now. She's just bigger on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's also like interesting. It's like it's fancy. Adüné got a major upgrade.
Oh, and if there's something that you don't like, I can change it. I can grow it and move it and mold it now.
You can
Ask you
grow.
to change yourself.
Yes, I can
Adüné,
grow.
you're perfect. Don't change for anybody, Adüné.
Aw, thank you, Captain. And she seems slightly like younger almost in her voice too when she's been talking. That's
Like a
something that-
noticeable difference.
yeah.
But it still seems like herself, just more alive.
Mm-hmm.
Cat loves her even more now. He's just so excited.
Yeah, I thought it would be a little fun map, but you guys can explore next time, I guess. I think this is a good stopping point, like you said.
Yeah.
I guess it is a little late.
Yeah, it's time for food and time for bed.
I like sleep.
Night,
that's
guys.
cool.
Well,
Good
good
session.
session.
It was
Yeah,
a good
night.
session.
Yeah. Next time we actually have an actual plan.
Devastation.
Sure.
So proud of us.
Sure.
We do. We're gonna attack the thing, do the the plant growth, and then burn them all down. That's a
Sure.
strategy.
Yeah.
We're good at burning things down. We've already burned down one forest, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a while ago during another siege.
Yeah, and that was while we were just trying to dispose of the corpses.
Yep.
I don't remember this.
All right.
It was the first eurythmic veracity we had.
Yeah, I don't think you were there for
No.
it, so
No, you're fine.
cool.
Cool.
All right, night
Well,
all.
thanks, everyone.
Good night.
Have a good night.
A grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here, to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter, or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.